Hi.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Welcome, Laura.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
Are you getting festive?
Yeah, I am actually. I have to. I've got 2 kids.
Oh, how old are your kids?
7 and 5.
Oh, don't you just want to bottle them up?
Yeah, sometimes.
Stop growing. Stay at that age.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I do miss when they were little babies.
Yeah.
Mm.
You didn't want more?
We thought about it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And decided, no.
Still up in the air, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go you. The baby factory is open again. What's your husband's name?
Joseph.
Joseph. The baby factory is open again. Only kidding. Don't go there. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I don't know where to start with that. Where would you like me to begin?
Have you always lived in Melbourne?
Yes.
Okay.
Although there were moments where I wanted to take off and live in Italy.
Oh, why?
Oh, no, I just love it there.
That's your background.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And in terms, like we were speaking before about you working for NBN, how did you get into that job?
So, oh God, So,
You were a fibre optic designer?
yes. Well, initially I was an architectural drafter.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an architect.
You can still do it.
Nah, I think my days of doing CAD drawings are done.
Yeah. Look, I don't even know if they use CAD anymore. I think it's Archi.
Oh,
What was it? Archi? I can't remember the bloody programs.
right.
But so after school, I went and studied architectural drafting, and then did a bit of drafting for National Builders Group back then. This was a long time ago, by the way.
You're not that old.
And then the industry kind of fell. I don't know if you remember. It was a long time ago. It was a lot of people got made redundant. A lot of building companies closed down. So I had to find another job. That the only thing I knew as well was AutoCAD. So I came across fibre optic. No idea what the hell that was. I was just like, look, it's AutoCAD. I'd also bought a property, so I needed something where I could, make sure I could pay the home loan off. So I went straight for the fibre optic design job, and then I ended up staying in it for a while. Yeah.
It still baffles me how the whole fibre optic technology works, but it's kind of like details that I really need to know.
It's really interesting. I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Doing architectural drafting, though, that would have been interesting.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I love designing homes.
So that's the creative tap in that I'm going to go into. Like, were you always into drawing?
Yes. Yeah. Love drawing.
As in, like, artistic stuff, or?
Yeah, I used to stay up late just painting and drawing and yeah.
Where do you think that came from?
I don't know.
Were your parents artistic?
My dad.
Oh.
Yeah. Really, really, actually a fantastic drawer.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he pushed you down that pathway.
Yeah. Every time I'd see a drawing that he had done, it was amazing. Yeah. So I just would sit there for hours just drawing or painting and yeah.
Do you have a preference of like textile that you like working with?
Paint.
Just paint?
Pardon me. Yeah, paint. Yeah, I don't know why I always went for the paint. Yeah.
So did you like finesse that skill like in high school and primary school?
No. Self-taught.
Let's just be blatantly honest. It came afterwards.
Oh, look, throughout school, yeah, absolutely. We did art in high school and Viscom and all that. And just even after high school, just continued on with it. Yeah.
Do you learn anything in school anyway?
Oh, geez, you're asking me a tough question there.
Like,
This was a long time ago. I can't remember.
You keep saying that. Making yourself sound like a dinosaur.
Oh, God. Sometimes I feel like it.
Any artists that like inspire you when you see their work other than your dad?
Oh, you're making me think. Oh, honestly, so I do love Da Vinci. I know that's a different type of era. Like, it's not any. I can't think of anyone this day and age, but yeah, I go back to a lot of Italian artists.
What is it about the Italian artist Da Vinci specifically?
Just found it really fascinating with all the things that he came up with.
I think when you're a creative and an artist, like pushing the boundaries of what's normal, like is important, you know. And he was obviously someone who just either was on a lot of drugs or like came up with some really wacky like stuff that people liked.
Yeah.
You know. Now you mentioned before that you know Antoinette.
Yes.
How do you know Antoinette?
Hi, darling.
Shout out to Antoinette.
I was introduced to her through some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely. I love her.
She like really surprised me, like when she came on the podcast, because she was like, "Oh yeah, I do that the Brazilian dancing."
Yep.
I was like, "What?
Yep.
Did you do anything like that?"
Oh no.
Come on. You'd be into bacha, but what's it called?
I'm terrible
Bachata?
at dancing, but I do athletics, so that's like
Athletics.
yeah.
As in track and field.
Yeah.
You're a runner.
So I grew up doing athletics. Then I stopped for a little bit because I was in my 20s, and so I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to travel the world. So I went off and traveled in my 20s. I quit athletics for a while, and then I started again. But I was always back then into sprinting.
Right.
And then when I started up again, I now do javelin.
Did you say javelin?
Yeah.
I thought you said juggling. Then.
No, javelin.
Like, I'll get some balls. Right. Was that your mum's influence? Because your dad's influence was
No, my
art.
dad actually was a really good athlete when he was young. Yeah.
Bro, I need to get him on the podcast. He sounds like an awesome dude.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
What is it about like athletics?
I enjoy the social side of it. I get to meet a lot of people, create really good friendships from it. But I like testing myself on, how far I can push myself. So I really like it for that reason. Yeah.
What's your PB for javelin
Oh,
throwing?
God. Here we go.
26 meters.
Yeah, right.
54 meters.
Oh, I wish.
Have you seen that video of a javelin thrower and the caption goes, the cameraman didn't even move, and it was like
No, I
flying
haven't
through the
seen
air,
that.
and it goddamn came within a couple of meters of this guy in this like big TV camera setup.
Haven't seen
he
it.
didn't even move.
Oh, God. No, I wouldn't want to be that person standing out in the field when they're throwing the javelin.
Yeah. So sorry, back to my question.
No.
PB.
It's 23 meters, which
Is that good?
look, it's okay. I mean, I'd rather throw further.
I think everybody wants to throw further.
But it's actually not as easy as I thought it would be to throw a javelin. You need a lot of technique in that.
What's the technique?
Yeah. Oh,
that's
no, don't put me on the
involved?
spot now. Now I've got to stand up and show you how you've...
Just describe it.
I don't know where to start with that. It's just...
Is there a specific run? I'm like thinking.
Yeah, it's
You got to hold
honestly,
it a certain way.
you
And you have to have it like
Yeah.
like on your shoulder, and it's
Yeah. At like the eye level, like
like,
you've got to have it next to the eye, have the arm. Oh God, honestly, I'd have to stand up and do this.
how do you do a good throw?
Oh, I can't. Yeah. Or do you know what's happening right now? I'm visualizing myself.
Are you? And you're going through your
Each
process
step.
of
Yeah.
elimination.
And it's tricky, but I really enjoy it. It's an event that I'll continue doing. I go back to it next year. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I think it's important to do things that you enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Takes you away from all the stresses you've got going on in life.
fucking life. Fuck off, life. Just let me enjoy my life. Why does life keep getting involved in like me living the best life? Come on, mate. Yeah, I think like doing some sort of like physical activity and, you know, that has that social interaction
Yeah.
with it. I've recently gone back into professional man cuddling, which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Wow.
Yeah, so start of October I started that again. And yeah, I've been like choked out quite a few times.
But enjoying it, yeah?
Yeah, it really hurts your fingers.
Oh.
Because I go to the gi classes with the uniform, and some of these dudes, man, like some of the chicks as well. I'm like, you got no chance, and they're like your size. And there's this
Tiny.
there's this 17-year-old kid that comes and does the class as well, and like, so it goes for like 90 minutes, right? And like the first half an hour is like warm up and learning technique.
Yeah.
And then the second half an hour is like again practicing the technique, but like with a little bit more effort. And then the last half an hour is like sparring, where you go, you know, like full effort.
Yeah.
Bro, this like 17-year-old doesn't know what learning technique means. Like, slow down. You don't have to kill me every single time. I like curse myself when I have to go and like buddy up with him.
Have you told him to just take it? And he's not doing it.
Nah, it's just like,
Oh, God.
I think it's all the testosterone.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just like, kill.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, you know.
But at least you're doing something.
Yeah, you get to play like human chess, like with your body.
Yeah.
And then hopefully like not choke out.
I think I'll just stick to athletics.
I was sparring with a 17-year-old. Like we were doing technique, and he got me, and he was choking me out.
Jeez.
And I got to the point where I like made noises. And the instructor, he's like, hey, when you start hearing snoring noises, you got to stop.
Oh, jeez. That would have been
I
uncomfortable.
was literally like,
Oh, no.
it's so funny.
Oh,
I
God.
just laugh. I'm like, you know what? And actually, so pre-COVID, I was doing it as well. And this, I was doing it in the CBD, and my second class, because you do the first one, it's like introductory, like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like easy. I'm like, I can do the second one. And then I got buddied up with a woman who was smaller than you. Smaller than you.
She kick your ass?
She kicked my ass so bad. She got me on the ground and like was piggybacking, like got behind me. And once they get on your back, that's it, game over. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I stood up because I was like, I'm just going to shake this girl off.
Oh, no.
She choked me standing up and I almost fell over.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to tap something to say stop?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
But like,
God.
it was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, okay, never underestimate.
I think I'd be absolutely terrible at that.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's, and then obviously like I go to the gym, but that's just like
And that's all,
easy.
yeah, but doing all that is really good for you.
Yeah.
You know.
So you mentioned that you've done some traveling. How many
Yeah.
countries?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot now. I've been to Europe.
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh, you've been to Japan?
Love
Like a lot of
Japan.
people are going to Japan right now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Bastards.
Yeah, we loved it.
Where in Japan?
Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a really beautiful country.
When so in my teens, my late teens, I worked in a Japanese kitchen. Yeah, like when I was studying.
Yeah.
And we always had like working holiday Japanese people come through.
Yeah.
And I was just fascinated.
They're beautiful people.
Yeah.
Such lovely people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different world over there. So clean and just the food is amazing.
Yeah.
Ate so much food there. Like it was just
Was it snow? Did you go for the snow?
No,
or
we
you
went
for
during
spring?
summer.
Oh, summer.
Yeah, bloody hot, but it was beautiful. We can't wait to go back. We want to take the kids next time we go.
Oh, you didn't take the kids?
No, this was like before we had kids.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some special times.
Yes, it was.
God damn you. Yeah, taking the kids would be a completely different experience.
Oh yeah. And it's not a type of holiday where you kind of just relax. You've got to walk everywhere.
What do you mean?
It's non-stop. Just when you're in Japan, you got to see everything, do everything.
Ah.
It's not like, Bali where you could just chill.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
You can't chill there now though in Bali.
No.
So busy.
Yeah, no.
When you were in Japan, did you stay at one of those like really small hotels?
Yeah, we stayed in a small hotel. It was tiny. So small.
And the room is like literally
It's tiny.
like a bunk.
It's tiny. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely did that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like I've got heaps of friends that are over there right now, and I'm just cursing them.
It's
Because I
beautiful.
keep seeing these photos.
You got to go.
And I've never been.
You've got to go to Japan.
I have to go
Yeah,
next year.
definitely.
When are we going? Can I fit in your bag when you go?
By all means, yeah.
I may suffocate. You may get thrown into jail because I'll be dead by the time you get there.
You got to go.
I want to go. I'm going to New Zealand in January for
I
the
am.
first time.
My mum just, she went there in September. She said it was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've got to do a couple of tours here in Australia for my photography.
Mm.
But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do some more international travel next year.
Oh, yeah. Try and fit it into the schedule.
Yeah. It's there's just so much of the world that you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Where is your most favorite place to visit?
Italy.
Italy?
Yeah.
Where in Italy?
All of it. I mean, look, my parents were both born there, so going to see the family is always really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. It's
Big
beautiful.
family?
Yes. A very big family.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I got a brother.
Oh, are you the youngest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the oldest?
Yes.
What's your brother's name?
He's probably going to kill me if I say his name. Dominic.
Dominic, I feel you, brother. I've got an older sister as well, and that shit's not right when you start living under their shadows. How much older are you to him?
2.5 years.
Oh, almost exactly. 3 years for me. Dominic, I'm hearing you, bro. Was he always like looking up to you?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
No. We actually get along really well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, he's a good brother. I'm very lucky. It's cool.
I get along with my sister as well, actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you needed us to be older.
Yes. I did not need her to corner me in the bedroom and slam my head using my ears up against the cupboard
gosh.
doors, though. No, I didn't need that.
We do silly things when we're young, yeah.
I didn't need her to absolutely demoralize me while playing checkers.
Jesus.
But that taught me how to get her back. And right before because I clicked on to like what she was doing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you trying to beat me again?
Well, hang on. How old was this? Like, what was the age?
Oh, she would have been, I don't know, 10 and I was 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah. That was many moons ago. Yeah, I clicked onto it. So right before her last move,
Yeah.
I'd like flick the board and walk out.
I love that.
She's like, why did you do that? I was like, fuck you.
Well, when did you start to become closer?
Probably just before I moved away from Perth.
Oh, are you from Perth? Sorry, I did not know that. I thought
You didn't do your research on me?
no, sorry,
No,
not
that's
with the location of
It's
where
fine.
you
It's
live.
fine.
My
No,
cousin
no.
just came back from Perth. He was living there for a while.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What did he say about it?
No, he loved Perth. Yeah.
Oh.
He's finding it tricky right now because of the weather in Melbourne.
Oh.
So he's just used to
Because it's hot, cold, hot, cold?
Yeah, yeah.
It's bullshit. We had like bipolar weather
Oh,
here.
it's crazy.
It's
I think it's rain. It's actually raining at the end of today. So, and tomorrow's windy
I
and
know
raining.
The wind just plays havoc with my hay fever.
Me too.
Oh,
I hear you.
I go outside. Like,
Yeah.
how have I got so much shit in my eyes?
Oh God. And your throat?
And I wear glasses. How do I?
It's the same with me. Itchy throat,
Yeah.
runny nose, itchy eyes. It's terrible.
And
And you know what? It feels like it's lasting longer this year.
yeah, it is.
It's honestly the wind. The wind is stuffing it up for us.
Yeah. Before I came here, so the reason I came here was because my mate moved back here, but also I always wanted to live somewhere that had like 4 seasons
See?
because I always lived in hot climate countries. So I grew up in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
And so when I came here, no one fucking told me it was the hay fever capital of Australia and that there were 7 seasons in one day, not 4.
Yeah.
But, you know, we got so much more stuff going on here than the rest of Australia.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got like the coffee culture.
Ah, yes.
We've got like the
coffee.
fashion. There's always events happening here. Like artists never go to Perth. You
Never.
know why? Because it's the fucking butthole of the earth.
I didn't think it would be that bad there.
I only go to Perth. If you go to Perth, everyone that you talk to or meet is somehow connected into mining.
Okay.
That's it.
I got to ask my cousin that.
Was he in mining?
No.
What
No.
was he in?
I think he did tiling.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, they've got the government is paying something like 60 grand for like labourers to go over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's a 2-year wait to get your house built
Freaking
because
out.
of the labour shortage that's happening over there.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, that's a bloody long time.
Yeah. And like my mate is a concreter, right? He lives there now. And he's been a concreter for like something like 15 years. I'm like, it's a lot of fucking concrete. What exactly are you concreting?
Yeah. But he's doing it for 50. I give him credit for staying in a job.
Shopping centres,
Far
like
out.
car parks, like basements for houses. And I'm like, that's a lot of concrete. I don't understand. Where are these houses?
Jeez.
Yeah.
And so when you moved to Melbourne, was it this area here or were you living somewhere else?
No, I lived in West Brunswick.
I used
So
to love going there.
So I stayed there with my mate, and I slept on his couch
Okay.
for 2 weeks. And after the first couple of days, I caught the train over. I don't know why I caught.
Oh, wow.
Train.
From Perth.
Yeah,
Jesus. How long did that take?
3 days.
Oh, my God.
And I sat next to someone that didn't shower for 3 days.
Oh, my God.
Bro,
Why the...
can you please just put deodorant on?
Why did you train it?
Because I was fucking 21. And I was like, oh, I'm going to save some money and catch a train, not thinking that
Oh, jeez.
you got to buy food.
Oh, you buckler.
I was so stupid. But the two most, I guess the two most memorable things of the train ride was after the first day, waking up before anybody else in the carriage, and we're like crossing the Nullarbor when the sun was coming up, and when the sun's coming up, and because the sand's red, everything else was red as well.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, where am I? Am I actually awake?
Oh, wow.
Because it was like being on Mars.
It must have looked beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the second thing was stopping in the middle of nowhere and dropping mail off to the federal police. Yeah.
Wow.
And like, so the train conductor makes an announcement. He's like, oh, we just got to slow down to drop some mail off. And it takes, like...
That is so random.
It takes like 10 minutes for the train to slow down, right?
Yeah.
But like you can see out the window in the horizon this like a dust cloud, like, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. And it's a police ute, right? Coming to pick up the mail. And then when we start moving again, the dust cloud goes off into the horizon, and I'm like, the fuck are they going? Like some sort of secret bunker where they're like testing all these UFOs.
Yeah. In Australia, they do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course they would.
I'm not sure. You're going to have to prove some more to me because I'm not.
No, but they were the two. So those were the two most memorable things that happened on the train ride over here. Other than the guy sitting next to me not.
But didn't you get like a Can't you get like a room, like a little?
Oh, yeah, you can get a cabin.
Cabin. That's it. Oh my god.
I was going economy.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
I thought you got a cabin.
No, I didn't go to cabin. I wasn't that rich back then.
I wonder how much a cabin would have cost.
Yeah, a couple of grand.
Really?
Yeah. The train's expensive.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I never thought a couple of grand.
Yeah, it's a couple of grand.
Oh, then, oh jeez.
Yeah.
Next time, just fly it.
I've never caught the train ever again. But yeah, so I stayed with him, and after the first couple of days, I said to him, mate, I hate your flatmate. He's not cool. I said, if I don't find a job in 2 weeks, I'm going to keep going because I haven't seen the east coast of Australia. And I landed a job in banking and finance in a week and a half.
Oh, wow.
So then after 2 weeks of staying in West Brunswick, I got a place in St Kilda.
I like St Kilda. It's a nice
Yeah.
area. I mean, look, this is all like before kids.
Yeah.
Once you have kids, it's so hard to just, get out and go around.
Yeah.
But yeah, St Kilda's really nice.
Yeah, so it was St Kilda. So it was St Kilda East, East Bentley, which is just around the corner.
Yep.
And then it was Emerald.
Yep.
And then it was Pran.
Yeah.
And then it was North Carlton.
Wow.
And then it was Diamond Creek. And then now here in Cheltenham.
You like it here?
I've been here for 4 years. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
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 I've been, I live the other side. So, Airport West.
Yep.
I've been around that area mainly my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've recently gotten your driver's license back.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it wasn't for speeding.
Damn it. Mine was for speeding. That was a couple of years ago now.
No, it was definitely not for speeding.
Mine was for speeding on a motorbike.
On a motorbike?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You've got to be careful.
Don't worry. In the time period where after the bike had been impounded.
Oh
and,
my
and when
God.
I
Oh, jeez, you are so lucky.
impounded, and when I had my court day for the speeding, I crashed it.
Oh my God.
But it wasn't a bad crash. It was like, yeah, it wasn't a bad crash. And my mate ended up buying the wreckage. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, and he's rebuilding. He's almost done rebuilding that, and it's turning it into a track bike.
Do you know, I always wanted to ride a motorbike.
Did you? Why don't you?
Nah. I can't. Okay.
I wanted to ride a
So-
motorbike. Nah.
So, my mum's partner, he's been riding motorbikes all his life.
Yeah.
They're very heavy, so which I didn't realize until I went up to it. This was ages ago. It's like, shit. How would I actually hold this with my weight?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It looks
you're not
so
like
heavy.
carrying it on your shoulder.
No, but it just was really heavy, and I was like, yeah, look, maybe the idea of wanting to ride a motorbike, not a good idea.
I mean,
Yeah, so I just stayed away from it. But I do like motorbikes. He has quite an old Ducati that he refit. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I actually did a little bit on it with my painting skills. He needed some stuff fixed on it.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful though. I can't remember what year the Ducati was, but yeah, he fixed it up. And he's a mechanic, so that also helps.
I need to get his number.
Yeah,
I need to
very
use, I need to use the Ducati for a photo shoot, maybe.
It's gorgeous Ducati. It's yellow. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to worry about how heavy it is.
Okay.
As long as you have your 2 feet standing down
Oh, no.
and just keep it up.
I don't think I'd be able to hold it.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like I'd drop it.
Oh.
Probably drop it. But anyway, yes.
I mean, you don't have to go straight to like a Harley Fat Boy,
Okay.
which is like one of the heaviest bikes that you could.
Really?
Yeah, well, that was the bike that Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh,
rode in
jeez, yeah.
Terminator.
No, that thing would squash me. Yeah, no.
Yeah, like you can get lighter bikes.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
look,
a Vespa.
maybe. Oh,
could
yeah,
see you on a
Vespa. I
Vespa.
did in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I loved Vespas.
A
Yeah.
yellow one.
Yeah, it was cute.
Or like a baby blue pastel one with the little thing on the back.
It's
I can
cute.
see that. with
Maybe
you.
one day.
Yeah.
When I regain some more confidence on the road. So I only just started driving again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 days ago.
Yes. So weird. It still feels quite surreal, actually.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
3 years, right? You said?
Yeah. So, I had to stop driving because I've got epilepsy. So I started having seizures again 3 years ago. But I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was younger.
Right.
So when I was around 12, I had my first seizure. And they put me on medication straight away for it, which was fine. It worked, and I didn't have any seizures. And then I started to have another seizure again around, it's like 17, 18. And my mum took me to the hospital just to get it checked out. And then they found an AVM in the left side of my temporal lobe, which is it's an aneurysm. And I had to go get radiotherapy for it. Yeah. Yep.
Fuck.
It was pretty tricky back then, especially being in year 12. It was quite stressful. I did not study leading up to the VCE, like for the exams, because I was elsewhere thinking about, getting ready to get treated for radiotherapy. And at that age, it's just, I'm so young. Why is this happening? This was all the thoughts I had back then, and obviously really scared for the unknown. But I did the radiotherapy. It took around 5 years for it to work.
Right.
But it worked. It did what it had to do. And then I went on with my life.
So you did 5 years of radiotherapy?
No, sorry. So they gave me a really big dose of it.
Right.
So over the years, it would slowly turn into a scar.
Right.
And there wasn't really much of a discussion if I needed it again. They were quite positive about, quite confident that the dose that they were going to give me was going to work.
Right.
And it did, which was great. I got treated at the Alfred for it. And yeah, I remember that day when I got the news saying it worked after 5 years, which was fantastic. Felt very lucky.
I just you had to wait 5 years.
Yeah.
For them to say, "Hey, that thing we did 5 years ago, it actually worked."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a long time.
So
It was slowly working. Like each time, every year that I'd go get the MRI, they'd say, "Yep, okay, it's scarred, it's shrunk a little bit, it's working." So it was just a very slow process of it, but it did work. Yeah.
So my dad died as a result of a brain aneurysm
Sorry.
after having a triple bypass in Thailand.
Oh, jeez.
Bro, why did you, like, even his mates were saying to him, "Why are you doing a triple bypass
Yeah.
in Thailand? You should go to Australia." But he didn't tell any family members.
Oh.
So my dad pretty much wasn't in my life since he was very distant from the age of 8. But and so I would always only get like as an adult, I only get like one phone call a year around my birthday.
And that was it.
And my birthday's in November, but that year 7 years ago he called me in September. And I was like, surely he knows my birthday's not in September. What's going on? And he was calling to say that he's on a wait list to have standard heart surgery because they put a stint in a couple of years ago. They just need to go in and clean it out. Anyway, so he was like, "Oh, so it could happen in December, or it could happen in January." Well, it happened in January. And then my sister lives in Singapore. She went to Thailand to see him come out of ICU. And she called me and she's like, "Yeah, he's okay. He's like here. He was like asleep, whatever." And he had that oxygen mask on, right? So then I was like pestering her saying, "You need to take a photo of like you and him there and we'll show it to him like afterwards." She's like, no, I can't do that. No, you need to do it. You need to do it because he would do that to us. Like, you know, he'd see the funny side of it all. Anyway, so she did it, and then literally 45 minutes later, all the alarm bells were going off, and he passed away.
Oh.
So, like, to this day, she always says to me, "Thank you for making me take that photo of me and him because it's the last one I had."
And what exactly happened? Did it bleed or?
Well, I don't know. Later we found, so obviously like afterwards, then we found out it was a triple bypass that he had. It wasn't going
So he
in.
wasn't, okay.
So he knew what the risks were because there was actually a will in his bedside table. So he knew.
Oh,
he knew all the
wow.
risks. He just didn't tell anyone. I'm like, "Bro, what's going on?" Anyway. But yeah, so brain aneurysm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some people haven't heard of it or don't really know what it is, but
So blood clot in the brain,
yeah,
right?
it's just like a bunch of vessels that are like entwined,
Yeah.
and which, if it bursts, can cause a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was very lucky that it never burst.
Yeah.
And it just turned into a scar tissue.
Because the
Over the-
radiotherapy,
Yeah, the
like,
radiotherapy.
zapped it.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Gave it a
like,
good
yeah.
zap. Yeah. Gave it a good zap.
Hardened it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I went on with life,
Yeah.
traveled, met Joseph, got married.
Shout out to Joseph. Where did you meet Joseph?
Um,
Can't remember. Must have been a good night. Thanks, Joseph.
you cracked me up. Anyway,
Doesn't want to get into it.
well, so then we had kids. Got married.
Yeah.
Had kids.
Did you meet Joseph here?
Of course.
Oh, okay, good. You
Yeah.
didn't like meet him overseas. Like, hey, I'm going to kidnap you and bring you to Melbourne.
Oh God, no.
Italian man. Or is he Greek?
No, he's Italian.
He's Italian.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, I've had some people on that are like, oh, I'm Italian, but I've married a Greek person. And I understand that there's conflict there, but they make it work.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just he happened to be Italian. It was
Meant to be.
meant to be.
Fate.
Yeah.
Do you believe in fate?
Yeah, to a degree, I think.
Why? Why to a degree?
I feel like a part of us makes it
Yeah.
happen. Like we allow that to happen, but then we also create it. I don't know. It's just a bit of both.
Yeah.
I feel like part of it.
Do you feel like there's some sort of divine plan?
To a degree.
Mm,
I'm like a fence sitter. I'm a huge fence sitter. I'm also a Libran, so I'm a
Just-
fence sitter.
you're a librarian. I've never had a librarian on.
Scales. Libran? Libran?
Yeah, Libran.
Yeah. What?
You're like,
Yeah.
to be
Or not to be. Yeah. So I fence sit a lot. Ask
is
Joe.
that- Is that annoying, Joe?
Oh God, it does his head in.
Really?
Actually, all my family know that I'm a fence sitter. I can't make decisions sometimes. it's terrible.
But that means that you'll just go with the flow. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
Everybody else, like,
Yeah,
make a
I
decision.
can-
I'll just come along.
Yeah.
Bring the sandwiches
Yeah.
and the books
I'm
because I'm a librarian. Yeah, I think there's definitely a divine plan in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
Well, I definitely got a second chance. See,
Yeah.
maybe you're onto something.
Second chance of driving.
Which does feel weird.
Mm.
Feels very, like I've obviously got to get used to it again because 3 years is quite a long time. Yeah, feels different.
What? So it would have been really, really hard being diagnosed with epilepsy, like when you were younger, like
Yeah.
dealing with like all of the bullshit that kids have to go through, and then the diagnosis, like.
Yeah. It's
how
quite
do you-
scary. I
yeah,
mean,
like, how did you like cope with that?
it was really hard. I mean, like, not many people knew back then what epilepsy was. There was next to nothing in terms of like research back then. Like, you look how far we've come now, and there's so much more out there. There's more medications for people with epilepsy, different types of treatments now, which is fantastic. Whereas back then, when I was 12 and I initially had my first seizure, no one knew what the hell that was. And it's also quite scary when someone has a clonic seizure. It can look quite scary. So it's hard.
What's it caused by?
So it's just it's like electricity in the brain that's kind of just like gotten a little bit confused and causes the seizure to happen.
Right.
Yeah, and then depending on which part of the brain that it's come from, it triggers has different types of like side effects that happen. So mine's located in the left temporal lobe, which is speech and memory. So I can't talk when it would happen. My tonic-clonics were actually controlled with the medication, which was great, but I was having the absent seizures, which I couldn't talk properly, and I would lose memory. Like you asked me what day it was, I wouldn't be able to tell you. And it takes about half an hour for me to sort of feel comfortable again, and then extremely tired after that. I need to go have a cat nap. I'm exhausted because your body is using so much energy, especially the brain, that you feel absolutely buggered after it. So you have to go and have a little sleep.
Right.
Yeah. So I was having the absent seizures again. When was it? Just after COVID.
So an absent seizure is a seizure that, like, you can't, like, it doesn't show any, like, physical, visual representation.
Yeah, that's correct. So I could be sitting here in front of you. You wouldn't, like, my body wouldn't be doing anything. I would zone out, kind of like lights on, nobody home. And you wouldn't, unless you asked me a question and I had to respond back to you, if I spoke back, I would not make any sense whatsoever. And then that's how you would be able to detect if someone's having an absent seizure. Otherwise, I'm elsewhere. Gone off. Different dimension. Yeah.
Different dimension.
It honestly felt bizarre. And it's always going to be impossible to put into words on what it feels like. It's just next level.
Is it hereditary?
Apparently it can be, but
so that means it's not.
Well, look, you read up on so many things about it. Like some say it's hereditary, and I guess, and then others case it's just kind of like, unfortunately, you have it. So I guess it just depends. Yeah.
So what was that other term that you used just then as well?
Tonic-clonic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a full seizure when you're convulsing. Yeah.
So that's what they call it.
Tonic-clonic, yeah.
Tonic-clonic.
Yeah.
Why do they call it that? Sounds like a drink.
I don't know why they call it that. Tonic-clonic. It sounds like a drink.
Maybe they should just call it a seizure.
You can call it a seizure, but there's so many different
variations.
Yeah. Tonic-clonic is what I always call it.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But the absence is what I had mainly of.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like trying to work through in my mind like all the different scenarios that it would be really hard, like in school and dealing with friends and.
Well, when I had my first seizure in when I was 12, the medication worked, so it was totally fine for the rest of the years. I was fine. Just like living normal life.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was totally fine. Then when it started again, I had to then go on to more medication. So I was on Tegretol, which is I'm still on to that to this day. It's been a medication I've had my whole life.
So it's a daily thing?
Yeah, at night, day and night. And then the other one I had back then was Keppra as well. They put me onto Keppra. And the side effects to these meds are just insane. It can be really hard sometimes with the side effects, but your body like slowly adapts to it afterwards. So Keppra I was on for a little while, and then when the seizures started again 3 years ago, that's when I was on a journey, next level journey. I had to start trialing different medications to see if I could stop the seizures, because my seizures became weekly. I was having them every week, which was really hard.
Do you know why?
Yes. So,
COVID.
No, it wasn't COVID. No. So over time, the scarring from the radiation basically caused it to get worse. It damaged the brain more.
Right.
So the amygdala and hippocampus got damaged over time, and so that's the seizures returned.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So now what do you do?
So then I went like a year and a half on trialing medications. It just was not working for me. And it was probably the hardest that I've ever had to go through, like trialing those meds. There's a lot of like side effects that you can get from it.
Yeah.
And then I just said to Joseph, I was like, I think I have to go back and see Andrew, who's my neurologist at the Alfred Hospital. 3 years ago, Andrew said to me, maybe you should consider surgery. I was like, nah, no chance. Nah, just I'll go and trial some meds elsewhere. I ended up going back to Andrew. I was like, I can't do this anymore. These meds are not working. I'm having these seizures all the time. I've got 2 kids. I'm stuck at home. I can't drive. I'll do the surgery. And so, yeah, I decided to do the brain surgery.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And that was like a year and a half ago?
I had brain surgery a year ago. No, a year ago I had the brain surgery. Leading up to the brain surgery, I had to do a lot of tests, a lot of procedures to get ready for it.
That's fucking dangerous. Anything to do with the brain, I'm scared.
Yeah, I was initially. I was initially scared.
How did you like cope with?
I have no idea how I did it. Still to this day, I just don't know. I don't know. It was hard. I'm not going to say it was easy.
Who are you? Are you like Wonder Woman?
I wish. No, far from it, mate. I had to. I've got 2 kids and a husband. I didn't want to be stuck at home forever.
I feel so honoured that you've come on the podcast because of this journey that you've been through.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So they went into the brain and they took the scar tissue out?
They removed the scar tissue from where the aneurysm was. They removed was it all of my amygdala? 100. Sorry, I had to write it down because my memory, unfortunately, is not 100%.
Yeah.
It was 100% of my amygdala, and then half of my hippocampus they removed.
Right.
So one plays a part with emotions, and the other one is memory. Yeah.
And so, so a year on from the surgery.
Yep.
And you're like all good.
Yeah, I've been seizure free.
Seizure free.
Yeah.
That is fucking amazing.
Thank you.
I'm so scared. I would have been shitting myself every single day. Like pre-surgery, and then you know, like, because what's the recovery like?
Oh God, that was hard.
Because like, you're obviously
it's your brain.
It's your brain. Gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was bloody. I won't say it's easy. It was not easy. It was quite tricky. Yeah, it was like exhausting after the brain surgery.
Yeah.
It was tricky, but I had a lot of support around me, which was really good. So I'm really lucky for Joseph and my family, especially because we've got 2 kids. Yeah, I had to do a few things to help myself get back on track. But the doctors were great, fantastic there at the Alfred. Yeah, fantastic. So I'm lucky I also had some amazing doctors and a surgeon as well.
I mean, it helps.
Yeah.
If only my dad had done that.
The Alfred?
Rather than Thailand.
Oh.
Bro. Anyway, it's fine. I'm past that.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it?
It's weird because, like, I never really had a great relationship with him. And then still to this day, like 7 days on, I still get messages from his mates, like, all over the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This one guy, he like sends me this like meme video, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "This so reminds me of your dad." And he's like, I still miss the guy who was such a great bloke.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I fucking started to write a message, but I decided to delete it because I was like, well, that's good to know. But you do realize he was an asshole of a father.
Oh, it's hard.
And I wrote this message, and then I was like, I really don't need to tarnish the image of what his friend has of him. So I deleted it, and I just said, thanks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because he didn't deal with his trauma, and he just abused my brother and I.
Oh, that's hard. Did you never wanted to speak to him about it?
No, well, we we didn't find out that he had. We just thought it was just, I don't know, it was just fucking weirdo, eccentric character. But like, my mum told us a story after he'd passed away. He's like, I need to tell you a story, and I was like, it kind of makes sense as to why he was the way that he was. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just like, bro, like, you got to, and look, I totally get, so he worked in the oil industry.
Yeah. In
the 80s, like, you know, it was only one of two industries that stayed afloat as a result of the recession that happened like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of money and, you know, all that type of stuff, but something happened and he didn't deal with it. And it just ran through his entire life. And then when he passed away, my mum told us, and we're like, oh, okay, that kind of explains it. But
were your parents still together?
No. They divorced when I was 14, 15.
Yeah.
And then like stuff happened when I was 18 with him, and he wanted to be my mate and like all this some stuff. And at 18, so pre-18, I was a different person. I was like timid and like.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Timid and like shy, nervous all the time. Like, yeah. I came back from that trip when I turned 18 because he was living in Vietnam. I came back from that trip and I was like, fuck this shit.
God, I feel like I'm the opposite now. So I was more confident before all this shit happened. And now I'm trying to like rediscover myself, especially because I was so isolated over the years, kind of lost who I was. So I'm trying to get back out there again. But I feel like I'm more shy now than I was before. Yeah.
That's okay. Look, I think it all just takes time.
Yeah, it does.
To
absolutely.
Like slowly like rebuild or work out what you feel is right and what doesn't feel right.
Absolutely.
Because there's literally so much information available now. I feel like you just get saturated and you sometimes don't know what's right and what's wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like back then, like I'll admit that I didn't know who I was.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of us were like that though.
Yeah, like so I was born in Southeast Asia. I was born in Singapore. So my dad's Australian, my mum was Indonesian. We moved to Indonesia. We were in Indonesia for 2 years, and then Brunei for 6, and then we did live in Singapore for 6.
Yeah.
And like I was 6 foot at age 12. Bro, like I'm sticking out like everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
And then when we moved to Perth, I was more Asian looking when I was younger. Moved to Perth, I had an American accent.
Really?
Yeah, because in Singapore, you get an American accent from living there, even though we went to a British school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Did not know that.
So
a lot of people in Singapore have.
Well, expats do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There is Singlish that the like citizens get.
Yeah.
But so moving to Perth, I was like 6 foot already. Asian looking, and I had an American accent. I fucking didn't fit in anywhere, right? And then when my parents, their relationship broke down, I started I played basketball when I was younger, but I started looking at particular people and taking the characteristics that I like from them, and tried to make that my own. So I was always, because I didn't know who I was. I was like, oh, I'll just be like all these different types of people because I like that about them and I like that about them. Like, why can't I just be, a combination of stuff?
Yeah.
But in my 20s, so late teens, early 20s, I had imposter syndrome, bad.
Really?
Yeah. 'Cause I didn't, I'm trying to be this person. This person doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah.
Who am I trying to be?
Yeah. And it takes a lot to admit that to yourself too.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing though.
Yeah.
Admitting that to yourself
Yeah.
is the first step.
Yeah. And then in my 30s, married, kid,
Yeah.
And then again, it's kind of like you're trying to fit into this societal box of what you should be doing, but you're not happy. And then in my 40s, I'm like, I know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking just be me. No fucks given.
Yeah.
I literally don't care what you think.
I love
anymore.
that. I love it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Because you know what? That's your business,
Yeah.
not mine.
Me and my friends are we're all turning 40. We've all turned 40. So we're on that same path.
I'm 45.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were 40.
Yeah. I turned 45 in November.
Wow. Oh, so you Scorp? No.
Sagittarius.
Oh, that's what Joe is.
Shout out to you, Joe. We need to hang out, buddy.
Sagittarius.
But yeah, now I'm just you know what? Fuck this shit. If the universe has a plan for me, I'm ready for it. It's coming. It's coming. No, the reckoning is coming. Have you heard or seen the stuff that's happening with these UFOs and these drones in the US?
Oh, actually, yeah, I heard. It was on social media though, because I don't watch the news. Was it on the news?
I don't
No,
think so.
no, just on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a reel of it, but I didn't.
They're shooting each other down now.
What's going on with that? So how did it all start? What was the purpose of it?
Okay, so they don't know.
Oh, cool.
They don't know. So I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, right?
Oh, yeah, like my husband does that.
Oh,
yeah,
me and Joe,
yeah.
we need to hang out, buddy. You and me.
Yeah, Joe loves him. Yeah.
I fucking love it. Joe Rogan really helps me get through my cardio. Because I fucking hate cardio. Cardio sucks. Boy.
Really?
Yeah, I hate it.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I love cardio.
I just want to lift heavy shit.
Oh, I can't. I'm terrible at weights, I'll be honest. God.
But Joe had a guy on who was like a UAP specialist. UAP is another new term for UFOs anyway.
Oh my God, yeah.
And they're talking about how these drone sightings have happened for the last 3 years over this US military base.
Okay.
And they don't know who it is or what it is. And so Joe was pretty much saying, the government needs to come out and admit either if it's them or if it's someone else.
Okay.
At least have a standing point.
Yeah.
But they won't say anything. And it seems odd that this time, and so it's always 2 weeks out before Christmas for the last 3 years.
Every year it's been before Christmas.
For the last 3 years. Yeah. And each year it gets progressively more and more.
Okay.
So there's been like over 1,000 sightings now, right? And and then this guy on Joe Rogan was like, because Joe's like, oh, if they're like, how fast are they going? Like, 180 kilometers an hour. If something's going 180 kilometers an hour, it's dissipating heat of some sort.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, yeah, we've had like thermal, like imaging on it. No heat, nothing.
Are you sure?
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
That's what he was saying.
Right.
You should ask your husband. He's probably
He's
Joe,
probably watched it.
You've watched it, right? This is what this guy was saying. And so it's kind of like, well, if it's not dissipating any heat, it's some sort of like advanced technology.
Yeah.
But then, so what's happening is there are drones, what looks like drones, and then there's been these orbs.
Okay.
And these orbs have like this magnetic energy field around them.
Yeah.
So there's been 2 types of sightings, right?
Yep.
But now in the last 24 hours, they've been shooting each other down.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I think
So this is just totally gone to shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
Like, is World War III happening soon? Or what? And then, of course, I saw something else stupid on social media that was like, all of this drone stuff is just a distraction for what's actually happening.
Oh, gosh. Actually, do you know, it just reminded me, sorry, there's this woman that I follow as well that's, she's, where is she? Oh, she's somewhere, which part of America? Sorry, I've gone blank with her location.
That's okay. That happens to me all the
Sorry.
time.
Anyway, she was saying the air smells funny and it was leaving a taste in her mouth.
Ah.
Yeah, and they were like getting really paranoid about it.
Mm.
Don't know if it's got anything to do with what's happening there, but I thought it was a bit different.
That's strange.
Yeah. And she's wanting to get the family out and relocate to New Zealand. Really bizarre stuff. But anyway.
It's just fucking weird. So this guy was also saying, because Joe was like, why don't we like shoot these things down? And this guy was saying, well, it's a little bit, there's a bit of like red tape to that. One, because we don't know if it's us, we'd be shooting ourselves down. 2, if we shoot it down and it lands on a civilian and kills them, then that's a problem.
Jesus.
So they're just not shooting anything down.
So they're just letting them just fly around.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And so the fact that they're now shooting each other down is kind of like, well, hopefully in the next couple of days there'll be some like news about what these things are.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
I think we would be stupid to think that there wasn't any other intelligent life forms in the universe. Like, surely there's
got to be something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do your kids believe in UFOs?
I don't know, actually.
Oh.
I don't think they've. My son, I don't think he. Maybe he does. I mean, to be honest, we've never really spoken about it.
Oh.
Maybe he does,
Yeah.
which is fine. He can, believe in it if he wants.
Does he listen to Joe Rogan as well? Secretly.
Yeah, with my husband.
Joe's getting Joe Jr. to listen.
No, he doesn't listen to it. No.
Damn.
No.
He should.
Yeah?
I think podcasting is the way to go.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the new news.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if my son would sit there and listen though.
Oh, okay.
He likes Bluey.
Yeah. Oh, how? So he's 5.
No, he's not.
He's the 7-year-old.
Yes, he's just I even love Bluey. Oh my gosh.
Why do you love Bluey?
It's just so cute and it's just got those, messages in there for parents.
Okay, your son's not listening to Joe Rogan. I apologize.
No, my son, oh God, he loves He likes. Oh, I've gone. See, I'm terrible with remembering things. Sorry.
Was he into the Wiggles?
No, not really. Actually,
No? Oh, okay.
No, he wasn't. He likes there was a show on Netflix. Was I think Japanese that made it. Those Japanese show, the anime. Yeah, loves that. Yeah, my husband loves all that kind of stuff, and so my son Alessio loves it as well.
Is your husband older or younger?
He's younger.
You got cougared, Joe. Jesus. Going for the older woman.
Yeah.
Couple of years younger?
He's
Don't say 7 years
no.
younger.
Oh my God. No.
Wow.
No. Do you know what? I sometimes forget his age. I feel like
because he's so much older.
I feel like he's the same age as me sometimes. I just forget about it. Never felt that age gap. I mean, it's only like
It's just a number.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally just a number. It's how
Yeah.
it's your mindset and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like how you communicate and all that type of stuff.
that's exactly right. So I don't feel the age gap at all.
Yeah. Is he a old soul or a new soul?
I think an old soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you're an old soul as well.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you seem very wise.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
But I got new information last week about a third concept called off-world soul.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
It's fucking wild. I'll get you to just
What is it?
put that like
Oh,
that.
sorry.
That's okay.
My bad.
An off-world soul.
What is it?
So it's like a soul from another dimension. Sorry. Yeah, it's a soul from another dimension being put into the human body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Apparently I'm one of them.
Is it okay?
So I'm a light worker.
Yeah.
Like I'm a starseed light worker.
Mm-hmm.
And I've come to impart my knowledge onto these human beings.
I've heard of I've heard of Starseed and yeah.
It's just wild.
Mm.
And then I last weekend I went and did a cacao ceremony.
Oh, I used to do those.
Because of the full
Yeah.
moon.
I love
What's been your experience with them?
cacao syrup. I really love them. They're beautiful.
Yeah. I had an out-of-body experience.
Oh, wow. Yeah?
And then I went to another dimension.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Who'd you do it with, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, so it was at the Artful Yoga Gallery in St Kilda.
I think I know where that is. Yeah. Yep.
On Vale Street.
Yep.
Yep. And which I've actually become a board member of because they are now a non-for-profit organisation.
Oh, well done.
But so I did it there on the Sunday, and what's interesting is on the Saturday I did a photo shoot with a model, and she was like, "Your energy is very different, Andrew."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, what do you mean?" And then she like explained this like, off-world soul thing, and I was like, "Okay, I'm open to new information, understanding.
Be
stuff.
open about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I did the cacao ceremony and I had those two experiences, I was like, let me just look up what these, because this model started calling me a particular type of person, and then I looked up what these people look like.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's where I went.
Oh, wow. So she was very accurate with it.
She was very accurate.
Wow.
And then as a result, I've booked in on the 1st of Feb to do a past life regression hypnosis session.
Who are you doing that with?
QHHT in Beaconsfield.
Oh, okay.
Nadia.
No. There's
That was really testing my memory.
Yeah, testing your memory. Yeah, I did a lot of that before
you?
COVID. Yeah, before COVID.
What did you learn?
So I was really interested in Reiki, so I did Reiki courses. Started 7 years ago. I began, which I do love. I find it.
So hang on a minute. So you're a practitioner?
No, I didn't. So I didn't go and get the masters because of the seizures. So
Gotcha.
I sort of put a pause on all that.
Mm.
But before all that shit happened with my health, I was doing Reiki, and I was heavily involved with crystals and had a side business with crystals.
Wow.
And I did some really wonderful workshops with this woman, Sharon, who's a shaman as well. She's lovely. And I did a cacao ceremony. It was beautiful. Yeah. It was really nice.
So the yogi that took it, Mo, I can't remember his last name. Anyway, he was talking about how the 100% grade cacao, even still within that category, has different grade levels for different ceremonies.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was just fascinated.
Yeah.
I was like,
do you have some at home that you drink?
no.
Yeah, I've gotten some. I drink it every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Where do you get it from?
Oh, God, I'd have to send you the link. Can't name it off the top of my head. Where's my phone? I'd have to send it to you after.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I've got some at home that I'll just drink every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, he added some honey and some cinnamon.
Yeah,
to
you
it
can do that. But I'm like, nah.
Because the bitterness. But I didn't mind the bitterness.
Oh, no, I love it. Yeah, no, I'll just have it just as is. I don't add any honey to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all this new information has just come to my life in the last 3-4 weeks. And I'm like, it's all very interesting.
Yeah.
It's grand plan. Maybe it's going to play out somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. See where this goes now.
So you didn't want to get back into Reiki? Tell me a little bit about Reiki, actually.
You've heard of Reiki?
Yeah, I've heard about Reiki. Yeah, it's we're not raking stuff.
Oh, God.
Just try to add some comedic relief.
I love those. Oh, gosh. So
I have to remember to put the sound file in the editing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, otherwise
it doesn't show up.
No, yeah, because it's a different file. So
oh God, you got to remember.
Yeah, and I did. So sorry, I'll let you tell your story.
No, that's okay.
So I did a podcast with 3 of my mates, and we were here.
Yeah.
And I was pushing all these buttons, and I forgot to add that file in. And my mate messages me because it goes on Spotify as well as YouTube.
Oh, it goes on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio.
Yep.
And anyway, he was listening to it on Spotify in the car, and he calls me. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on with the podcast?" What do you mean? It's out. He's like, there's certain parts where we're just laughing.
It's missing something.
And he goes, I think it must be when we're you're pressing the sound buttons, because it's just all of us just absolutely laughing for 10 minutes.
It would sound so make sure you add that, please. I love it.
I will. Anyway, sorry, Reiki.
Oh, Reiki. Okay, yeah. So, growing up, I was always into crystals, meditation. Always open-minded about it all. So, my mum used to go and meditate at this. There was a center in Brunswick, a meditation center. I think it's still there actually. And I used to go with her. It was beautiful. So I used to go meditating with my mum, and my dad was heavily into crystals as well. So, and very open-minded to the spiritual world and everything. So, I was exposed to it growing up. So, I always found crystals really beautiful and interesting. So, then I came across Reiki, and I found it really fascinating and wonderful. So I went and did Reiki. I did the workshops for it, and I love it. It's beautiful. It's very relaxing.
Is it just about like I think I did ask someone this question, but is it about a transference of like energy to another person?
Yeah.
Or you're helping to like transport that energy because it's not coming from you, is it?
It's not from, so you're kind of like the middle person transferring it. Like you're calling upon just positive energy and making that person absolutely relaxed. And, you know, I always loved it. Like whenever I had Reiki done to myself, I just felt so relaxed, especially on weeks when I was stressed from work or just really anxious. I just felt that it really helped with the anxiety and stress. It would just help calm my body down. And so I always wanted to really help others and went on that path. But then I also expand further with the crystals as well. So I involved the crystals, but then I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a side business because after I became a mum, I was at home looking after my son, and I thought, you know what better way but, you know, start a little side business. So I did that as well, and it did really well having that. And yeah, but now I recently closed that. So after 7 years, I was like, you know what, chapter closed, and I began studying again. Especially after the surgery, I was like, you know what, I'm ready for this next chapter.
Yeah.
So now I'm studying counselling.
Oh, shit.
A diploma in counselling, which I really enjoy. And then I also have another side business with my brother.
Can't keep a girl down, all right?
We've got my brother and I have got a gelati cart.
Oh, shit. Oh, I've seen those photos.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah.
That's your brother.
That's my brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So now we've got a side business, my husband and his fiance as well. Yeah. Caretto, it's called. Now I'm doing like free advertising.
Hang on. Did you say your husband and his fiance? I thought
no, sorry. My brother's fiance.
What, bro, Joseph? That's hard work, man.
Oh,
having two partners.
I know, drive him crazy. No,
fuck that.
Sorry, my brother's fiance.
Your brother's fiance.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute little side hustle.
So you make your own gelati?
No.
Oh.
No. You'd need
You
equipment for
outsource
that. Oh my God, you'd need all the equipment for it.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, we've gotten really nice gelato from a few places.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're giving this a go. The cart was it belonged to my dad at his pizza shop. He lived in Port Arlington.
What?
Yeah, pizza shop.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Pizza.
He was a great chef.
I got a real fucking problem with pizza.
Do you?
Yeah. Me and pizza.
How often do you eat it?
Oh my God.
Like weekly we're talking about?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The pizza shop down here.
Yeah.
They're like family now.
Oh, you go there weekly, yeah.
I like call them up, and the minute they hear my voice,
they know.
Like, we know what order you want, Andrew.
What do you get?
It's a leparo, which is like seafood and
really
stuff on it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Weekly.
Sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't know what the ingredients are, but all I can say is it's
so
really
is this just a seafood pizza?
No, it's not a standard seafood pizza.
Mm.
No. It's definitely not a standard. Fuck, I'm gonna have to.
No, you can. Oh, jeez.
Hang on a
I believe you. I trust you.
No. I have to tell you now.
Okay.
Euro pizza. Menu. Hot salami.
Oh,
Mushrooms.
you know what?
Prawns.
Nah, I have to stay away from
olives,
that.
Garlic.
The hot
That is
salami. I can't do it.
Why?
No, I'm terrible with.
You're Italian.
I know, but I can't. Not with
What's
spice.
going on?
I just can't tolerate it.
You don't like spicy food?
Nah. Keep me away from spicy foods.
Only spicy with Joseph?
Only spicy with
Yeah. Because, like, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then after a
you go get a pizza.
Yeah. After a 90-minute, like, sweat session,
You go have a pizza.
I go have a pizza, and, like,
I love that.
it's too much.
Yeah, my dad made amazing pizzas.
Really?
Well, he was a great chef in general, so yeah, really good chef.
Would he make pizzas like the traditional way?
Yes, he built the wood fire oven as well. So yeah, he did it, the old school way. Yeah.
This is going to be a very controversial question. Pineapple on pizza?
Ah, do you know what?
Oh, you heard it here first.
I love it.
Yeah.
I do.
Dad, you need to start putting pineapple on pizza, bro.
Honestly, I've always liked pineapple on
Sweet and
pizza.
savoury.
I like it.
Pineapple all the way.
I mean, I probably get looked at like, what are you doing? But
Do you break your pasta when you, like, boil it as well?
no, hang on a sec. hang on a second.
I saw someone do that for the first time the other day.
No.
I was like,
No.
what are you doing? And he
Nah.
goes, it like,
No, you don't break your pasta.
I'm not gonna
Oh my
I'm not gonna
God.
out the guy that did it. But I was shocked. I was like, actually, you know what? Like when I cook spaghetti,
Don't break the pasta.
the pasta
No.
always sticks out.
Yeah, but
and
my
then
God.
the heat from the side of the pot.
It
always-
also depends on the pot you're using. If you've got a larger, higher, taller pot, like that helps
So
with
I
the
should
spaghetti.
So I should be using a larger pot.
You're
then.
going to use the tall pots.
He just like
No,
and
you
like-
don't break spaghetti. Oh my God. You don't break spaghetti. No, doesn't work like that.
What's your favorite pasta?
Spaghetti.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was easy.
Yeah. I did. Oh, actually, gnocchi as well. All of it. I mean, I love.
Is gnocchi pasta.
Well,
really,
yeah, it is. I
it's
think it
fucking
is.
potato.
It is. It tastes delicious. I made it the other
does
day.
taste
Actually,
delicious.
the kids love it. Yeah.
Are you inviting me over so I can hang out with Joseph
If you like.
and we can listen to Joe Rogan?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'll make spaghetti. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you're doing counselling now. You're
Yes,
studying
I'm
counselling.
studying. Yeah. I'm just over halfway mark with it. Yeah. I
And-
really like it. I enjoy it.
And what type of counselling are you gonna?
Well, that's a good question. I would love to help post-surgery because I completely understand
Yeah.
what it's like to have had major brain surgery. So I would really like to veer down that path. But I guess just see what happens next year. Yeah.
Did you get any counselling when you had
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. There was, I had
I actually love that.
counselling.
You've changed your whole like trajectory of your life, and now you want to like give back.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
People that go through
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. I feel like now that I'm at better health because I'm not having the seizures or being put onto, I mean, I was taking 4 medications at once, which the side effects to that were just insane, just terrible. And I wasn't in a place to be able to help other people. I had to work on myself first and then heal from it, and then now able to go out there and help others.
That's so hard because, like, not only are you talking about, like, dealing with, like, the physical health side of things, but then there's all of the, obviously, like, the mental stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the emotional stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Like, all just for yourself, but then having to work on it, like, externally as well. Like,
yeah.
it's a lot.
It was a lot, yeah.
People forget that, like, I guess not managing, but like dealing with other people's like expectations of how you were or how you should be and like all that type of stuff. Like, it's a lot for someone having to go through like physical healing and all of that expectation internally to then,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking about the brain here where, you know, I had to, for example, this is an example of what I discovered after the surgery, writing. I picked up the pen because I write journals. I've been writing journals since I was little. And I went to go write in the journal and I found it really tricky for that first journal entry post-surgery. I'm okay now, obviously, but it kind of like I was sort of taken, like it was stolen from me, if that makes sense, because I'm so used to have done that throughout my life. I go pick up my journal, I go writing there, and that mentally was like sort of made me feel quite sad and a little worried, going, oh my God, do I need rehab on, you know, learning how to write and hold. And I mean, in fact, I needed to do rehab to a degree. And yeah, there was all these things that I came across after the surgery that I had to work on, rediscover for myself, and mentally that affected me.
Well, it's a rewiring of the brain.
Absolutely,
over the fact that some of your brain's not gone.
Yeah.
And
the neuroplasticity had to rewire itself.
Yeah.
Had to figure out, okay, where's it going to go now?
Yeah.
And in fact, it still is to this day. It's still doing it. The recovery, yes, it's been a year, but it still is actually going to continue happening.
I guess you're a shining light example of neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
And the fact that it works and it is a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
And you can rewire your brain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, you know, anyone can do this, though. Anyone that hasn't or doesn't need to get brain surgery with neuroplasticity, just teaching yourself like learning a new skill of some sort, or a new hobby, learning how to paint, learning how to draw, learning how to play an instrument. You're rewiring the neuroplasticity by doing that. So I find it fascinating. But it encouraged me to do it a lot more this year by doing things that I hadn't done for a while or hadn't even done. So it's just like, it was really interesting to learn that about the brain.
I fucking love that, because I think learning is a skill.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, not being afraid of not knowing something and then taking steps to actually learn something to do it.
Absolutely.
Is such an important skill, because it allows you to adapt in lots of different scenarios, lots of different situations. And I think it opens your eyes up to realizing that, well, there's something that I can learn from this, like that positive mindset, you know?
Yes. And like, for example, cakes. So now I bake cakes. I'm not a very good cake maker, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to teach myself. Like, I love to cook. I love cooking like savory, like Italian dishes and all the dishes that my nonna has taught me. So, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to flip that and do cakes and desserts. And so giving myself that chance to learn, not be so hard on myself, but taking the time to do it as well, I know he's helping me.
What's your signature sweet?
Oh God, none. Still learning.
None?
No, I'd say it's a simple, just chocolate cake, honestly, because I love chocolate. So yeah, it's just a chocolate cake.
Hence the cacao.
Yeah, I love
Mine
cacao.
is creme brulee or sticky date pudding.
Are you making it?
I can. you cook dinner, I'll bring dessert.
Okay, good, done.
Yeah?
And then you guys can listen to
Yeah.
yeah.
I can make a hummingbird cake as well, which is it's a cake with pineapple in it.
Oh,
But no
yeah.
hummingbirds are killed during the making of the cake. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bring it.
All three?
We love dessert, especially Joe's family. They owned a cake shop, so yeah.
Okay. All right. Challenge accepted. Sticky date, hummingbird,
Yep.
and creme brulee.
Yeah.
I've got the gas flame.
Oh, do yeah. I
Yeah.
love that.
Here's Larry,
Hey, Larry.
buddy. Why are you looking at me like that?
That
Go-
reminds me of my cat when I was younger,
Laura. Go to Laura.
called Blackie. Oh, so cute.
This is the dog.
Oh, what a cutie. Yeah, it reminds me of my cat that I had when I was younger.
It's just he came with his gut. I didn't create the gut. He came with his gut.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey. Hey, buddy. Oh. Hey.
Yeah, friend for life now.
Hey, Bello.
He sleeps with me every night.
Oh, that's so
Like
cute.
here.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw. Can you hear the purring at night? It's so relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's a healer cat as well. So if you're not feeling well, he'll sit on your chest,
On your chest.
and he'll put his nose on your nose for about 5 minutes.
I love cats. Hey.
Like they're assholes, but
They can be snobby, yeah.
yeah, but like if you just ignore them,
Love them.
that's the trick. Just ignore, and they will.
Do you watch the cat reels? The
Yeah.
They're quite funny.
My algorithm's a little bit messed up.
Yeah, because the cat reels.
Well, it's either cat reels or it's a whole bunch of spirituality stuff now, or it's half naked women.
I love that. Yeah, mine's got cat reels on it. If you're into cats, then you get it.
Yeah.
You've got to own a cat
Yeah.
to know what it. Yeah, the cat reels are about. It's so funny.
There's that one account that I think they've got like 3 cats. I'm pretty sure it's AI or something or other.
Yeah.
But like the 3 cats will be playing like a game or something, and like these balls just get like slammed on this one cat's head. And I'm like, surely that's like AI.
Is it
but
AI? Do you really think it's
It
yeah?
just looks so
Send
funny.
it to me. I want to have to look
Yeah.
at it, and I'll see if it looks like AI.
Yeah. So what's happening for you next year? Are you going to be finishing your counselling
Yeah.
thing next year?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, so I'll be finishing the counselling course.
Yeah.
And now that I can drive again, I've got my independence back, which
Yay.
feels really exciting. Thank you.
What type of car are you driving?
Oh, it's my little Hyundai.
Hey.
Yeah.
They're okay.
No, they're great.
Hyundais are great.
No, they are. They're good.
You know they're
I
not
really like
they're not
it.
actually a car maker though, right?
No?
No.
Oh.
They're the large sorry. They're the largest manufacturer of like cargo ships.
Really?
Hyundai.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I really like it, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a hybrid?
What is it?
Or is it just pure petrol?
No, it's just normal petrol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
We do need to get we need a bigger car now. But we'll be on the hunt for that for next year. But yeah, I'm happy to drive it for now because I need to get used to being back on the
Yeah.
road again. So I'll
Yeah.
just take it easy and just drive locally and I'll be fine because I was driving all my life until the past 3 years. But yeah, I'm excited to be back out there. It's like if I forget something at Coles, I can just go back to the car and drive myself
Amazing.
rather than have to wait for the bus to take me to the shopping centre.
Yeah.
When was it? A couple of weeks ago, I was waiting at the bus stop. The bus driver just drove straight past me.
What an asshole.
I was like, what the fuck? I was in the shits, I'll be honest.
You didn't have the shits. You were in the
I was
shits.
in the shits. I was in the shits. Anyway, so I had to catch an Uber to get to the shops because I was like, well, I'm not going to wait around. I really had to get to the shops, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to catch the bus back. I'm going to have a word with him. I was like, I'm going to catch it on the way back. Anyway,
How did you know it was the same driver?
well, anyway, so because where I live, it's a little mini bus. It's really cute
Oh, okay.
because I live in like a small little estate there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so our cute little minibus that we have. So he took off. He drove straight past me, and I was like, I was pissed. Anyway,
Livid.
yeah.
An Italian woman in the shits, bro.
I rang Joseph. I was like, Joe, you won't believe what the hell happened. Told him about it. Anyway, so I was like, I'm going to catch Uber. I need to get to the shops.
Yeah.
I went to the shops, did what I had to do at Coles. Then I went back to the bus stop and waited for the bus to come back around because I was like, oh, when I see him, he's going to cop it.
With the handbag?
Yeah, with the handbag. Anyway, so I'm waiting there for the bus.
Secretly packs her taser in her handbag.
No. Bus comes around and it was a different bus driver.
That's
Hey! Oh, look, they're so cute together.
yeah, they're like friends now.
That's really cute. As long as they get along.
So it's a different bus
It was
driver.
a freaking different bus driver. So I was
you
ready to
couldn't.
get on that bus and just be like, how dare you freaking... And you know what? He was looking at me as he passed. So it wasn't like I was invisible. He was looking at me as he passed and I was like, you bloody... Anyway, so I jumped on the bus and went home, but I was just... I couldn't tell the guy off for leaving me there. Anyway.
That's a lesson.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Not to lose it at the bus driver.
Nah, that's a lesson of patience.
Yeah?
And like not to lose it at all.
Okay.
Not just the bus driver.
Oh, I was ready to lose it, I'll tell
Because
you.
you were, yes, you were ready, but the universe said to you,
Don't do it.
I'm going to give you a different bus driver.
Yeah. And he was a nice bus driver too.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
He's a nice bus driver, that guy. Yeah, so but anyway, I don't need to catch the bus now
Yeah.
or Uber it everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'll be saving a little bit of money on that's for sure.
I think when you can't do the little things, like you forget,
Oh yeah.
because there's so many little things that you do during your day, and if one of those things like is taken away, you kind of like,
Yeah.
it's actually a pretty big deal.
Well, it's your independence that's lost really.
Yeah.
And it's really, really hard to just jump into the car because you forgot something and head out or go visit a friend or go visit your family. Or even try and get a job. The job part was probably the hardest for me. I had to find something quite local to the point where, I couldn't catch a bus. So where I ended up finding a job a couple of years ago, there was no bus there. So Joe would have to drop me off in the morning and I'd have to Uber it back because where I found the part-time job, there was no buses around there. So just like, those simple things on driving yourself to work. I had to figure out other ways of getting around. And it feels so good now not to stress about it.
Yeah, not to have to worry.
Yeah.
Well, so it was the other day that you took your first drive. That would have been
I was nervous.
So weird.
Yeah, it felt so bizarre. It did. It felt, when you go to Europe for a long time and you come back and you're like, oh, it feels a bit funny, but you kind of get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
This is like 3 times worse. It's like 3 years in total of not driving. So
3 years.
But
Wow. That's a lot.
yeah, a long time.
I mean, I lost my license for a year. I when I moved to St Kilda, I lived with a guy that didn't have a TV. We didn't have a TV for a year.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was really strange at first, but it turns out that his ex just took everything and took the TV.
Oh, okay.
And he was a human biology lecturer at RMIT.
Oh, wow.
And then within the first week, I found out he had a party trick because he had a bookcase from floor to ceiling, and it was probably like 7 meters wide, full of books. And his party trick was pick any book and say one of 3 things, and he'll tell you what the other 2 things are.
Oh,
and it was like the author, the title of the book, and what the first couple of sentences were in the book, and he could tell you.
Jeez.
Yeah. I was like, bro, this guy's
wow.
Photographic memory.
Jesus. When was this? How long ago was this?
This was like 2000 so I moved here in 2001.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's still a really good mate, and
well, that's good. You kept in contact with each other.
Yeah. Like we had some really fun times, and then but he runs a crypto firm with his brother now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew. Joe told me a bit about crypto a while ago, but yeah, not 100% on it at all. Like I don't really know much about it, but just
it's just digital gambling.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice way of putting it.
It's like I don't know. My mates are always like XRP. You need to buy XRP. I'm like, no.
Oh god.
No. Until there becomes a need for everybody to do it, it's like, nah.
No.
Well, the cash is still king.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm fine to just stay on cash and not crypto.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, how can people contact you for some counselling or maybe some advice on crystals?
Just, I guess Instagram. Yeah. You can get me on Instagram. I don't have a website anymore. I took it all down.
Oh.
Because I finished it up for...
Do you still have spare crystals?
No, I've got heaps of crystals still, yeah. Yeah, still got
you could do like a once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
Get your crystals for Christmas.
Yeah, if anyone wants crystals, by all means. Yeah. Yep.
So what's the Instagram? Laura.
Oh, what is it? Laura Luca.
Laura Luca.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the name Luca too.
Luca Duca. Luca the goddamn kissy at fucking 4:30 in the morning, Luca. Bro.
It's so tiny.
He's so tiny.
Yeah.
He was smaller. He was half that size when I got him.
Cutie.
And after he has his food, he comes for kisses.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm like, I can't not put you down. And then
No.
he gets stuck there.
That was going to happen with Sencha when we got her. If we didn't pick her, she was going to, yeah. But I loved, as soon as I saw her.
I was afraid that he was going to be deaf because he's white. White cats are normally deaf.
Really?
Yeah, but he ain't deaf, thank God.
That's okay then.
Yeah. Well, Laura, that's almost 2 hours.
Thank you, though, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming along. Like, we connected on Instagram. I was like, oh, my God, she just got her driver's license back. I need to have her on. We need to talk about this.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Let me just take a quick selfie. Make sure I always take these photos and my eyes are half closed. I think because when I smile, I like squint. Amazing. Well, thanks again for coming along.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for listening in. Make sure you hit subscribe and that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye.